Hello, my name is Julia and I work here at Seattle Children's Hospital. Today we're going to do a short practice that is mostly standing. Please do have a chair or a wall close to you if you need it for some stability. Sometimes we might lose our balance a little bit in the middle of a practice, and it can be really reassuring to have something to hold on to. So first, what I want you to do is go ahead and stand with your feet about hips width apart. And really feel where you're standing on the ground, where you're standing in your space. Let your hands rest at your side. We're going to take some breaths in. Mindful breaths, deep, full breaths, really filling our lungs, first through our nose. And out through the mouth. Taking deep breaths in and really filling our lungs with oxygen and sending it out to all the corners of our body to help us with our practice and nourish our body. Take 3 more deep breaths in. And fully let them out. When you're done with your breaths, go ahead, readjust your feet so that you feel nice and secure. Sweep your arms up over your head and grasp one of your wrists. Take that wrist and pull gently to a side bend. Go just as far as your body feels comfortable so that you are still getting a good opening and stretch on this side part of your body. As you breathe in and exhale in this position, try to go a little bit more deeply into the bend if it's comfortable for you. Return to center. Go ahead and grab your opposite wrist and tilt into the bend on the opposite side of the body. Breathing in and exhaling more deeply into that bend. You will almost always notice that one side of your body is a little bit tighter, a little bit more flexible, completely normal. Go ahead and bring your arms back to center. Sweep your arms down, and we're going to do shoulder rolls. And these will be nice, generous rolls forward, going about 5 times in a nice, big, full, exaggerated shoulder roll. Once you've done about 5, take a pause and mindfully release some tightness from your neck and your shoulders. And now we'll reverse and go in the opposite direction. 5 generous rolls. Go ahead and pause, and again, try to drop that tension from your neck and your shoulders. Go ahead and position your feet again, about hips width apart. Sweep your arms up over your head, gently bend your knees, and then swan dive down, down, down. You may be able to go into a forward fold that is just to your thighs. You might want to brace yourself on your knees. If it's comfortable for you to go down further and grasp your ankles, that's fine. Keeping that gentle bend in your leg can be a little more kind to your lower back. So if you're having any pull or pain in your lower back, I would recommend putting a little more bend into your knees. Deep breaths in and exhale a little further into that fold. Inhale back to halfway, bending forward at the waist. Inhale and exhale back down into your fold. Inhale back up to standing. Give yourself a breath in this position. Take one foot and put it behind you, we're going to move into a lunge. What I want you to do is make sure that your front knee is right over your front ankle. Look towards, if you're able to get your heel all the way down to the floor, that's great. If not, that's okay. Once you are in a secure, comfortable position in your lunge, you might want to have your chair next to you. You can either stay in this lunge position or you can add arms to it. When you add arms, or if you don't, as you take each inhale, when you exhale, you may choose to go a little bit more deep into your lunge. When you go more deeply into your lunge, your heel in the back may come off the floor completely fine. You may want to try to flex that heel back down to give your calf a little bit more stretch. Again, if you start to wobble, reach out for your chair, reach out for your wall. Another deep breath in. Sink deeper into your lunge if that feels good for you. Go ahead and sweep your arms down. Bring your feet together. Go ahead and shake out your legs a little bit. And we'll go ahead and send the opposite leg back into a lunge. And again, front knee over that front ankle. Get ourselves into a position that feels good, stable, chair nearby. Deep breath in. Sweep your arms up above your head if that's comfortable for you. Either all the way up, cactus arms, whichever position of your arms feels best for you. Breathing into the lunge and exhaling, perhaps a little bit deeper. Go ahead and drop your hands. Bring your feet together. Next, we'll do chair pose. I'll do this from the side so you have a little bit more of an idea of what the pose is. When you go into chair, you're going to bend your knees very generously. Move your bottom out back and put your knees forward. This is a position just like you're about to sit down, but not quite getting there. Once you're in that chair position, go ahead and take one hand to the opposite knee and twist to that side. You can keep that arm up, or you can bring it to the small of your back or your sacrum. Breathe in and exhale into that twist. Go ahead, raise your arms up, come back to a standing position. Deep breath in and out. And we'll move to chair and a twist to the opposite side. Generous bend of the knees, bottom sticking out, arms forward. Go ahead and take the other hand to the opposite knee. Sweep that arm backwards and twist. Remember to breathe. Go ahead and come back out of your twist and rise slowly to standing. For this next piece, you do want to be close to your chair or your wall for balance. We'll do tree pose. First, take all of your weight and shift it into one of your legs. After you've done that, then we will be taking the opposite foot and either moving it to the floor, if that's most comfortable for you. If you want, you can move it up to your calf, or you can move it all the way up into your inner thigh. You just want to avoid having it directly on your knee joint. Move it to wherever your leg is comfortable, ideally rotating your hip outward and holding on to something if you need that for support so that you can really focus on standing straight and keeping that rotation out. But if you want, you can also add branches to your tree. It's totally normal to have some wobbling in that leg that is holding all of your weight because it's not used to holding all of your weight. Your branches can be up high. They can be waving branches. You could be a cactus. Breathe into your pose. Go ahead and drop your branches down. Come on out of that tree. And then we'll shift into the other side. having something close for balance. We're oftentimes much better at balancing on one side versus the other, so be cautious of that. Go ahead and shift that weight into the opposite leg. Turn that hip and leg out and choose where you're going to put the base of your tree. Whatever feels best for you. Make sure you feel nice and stable. And then add your branches. It can help your balance if you stare at a particular spot on the wall, something that is not moving, so that you can focus on that. That oftentimes helps with balance a lot. Move your branches into something that feels comfortable for you. And then drop your branches down and release your tree. Our last pose that we'll do is star. Go ahead and put your feet in a wide position and then bring your arms up into a full star position. You can maintain this position or add a gentle back bend to it, opening your chest, opening your heart, and breathing into that position. Bring your star back in and go ahead and join me in a seated position in your chair, in a position that feels most comfortable for you. Take a minute to feel how your body might have changed from the beginning of the practice. You might feel warmer. You may have more of a sense of energy moving through your body. You may feel calmer. You may feel more regulated. You may feel more peaceful. Go ahead and place one hand over your chest, followed by the other hand if you're comfortable. Close your eyes if that feels good for you. Take a minute to thank yourself. Thank yourself for this practice that you've given to your body today. I hope that this brings you some peace and calm for the rest of your day. It's been an honor to practice with you. Namaste.